think I've been a member here for 65 years, and I think my mother goes back significantly before that, probably one of the early members. Over those many years, I've seen a lot of changes in the church in terms of the leadership, in terms of the pastors, in terms of members, physical facilities. I think most of the interesting changes that have occurred, at least from my perspective, is the changes in me and the role that Federated has played in those changes. I remember going to Sunday school in the basement of the church on Simonok Street with Jenny Mae Lloyd. Anybody remember that name? I don't think that building met the building codes of today. I moved away after high school and college and came back about 10 years later to work at Ideal and brought my young family with me, where we've been ever since. We've been here since. As I walk haltingly up the 18th fairway of life, I find myself reflecting on what things have changed in me and what things have changed in Federated. Since I retired from Ideal about 8 years ago, I think I've gained a renewed sense of purpose and mission. Particularly after I handed off my responsibilities at Ideal, Suzanne and I had a chance to stop and really carefully consider how we wanted to think about our mission and purpose in life for the balance. Who did we want to involve with, in what ways, where we want to put our energy, where do we want to put our resources? All of those things, I think, were going to be kind of circling around Federated and how Federated had played historically and would play into our future. It was kind of the mission that we had demonstrated at Federated. You know, we had an uncanny ability to keep our back straight in the face of challenges and dangers, and moved ourselves ahead to do the work of the Lord, even if we didn't know exactly what that was at the time. Today, as a church and as a community, we're at a crossroad. But we're a church with a passion. We've clearly demonstrated a deep-seated belief in our willingness to move ourselves ahead. We care about each other more than we have in time in the past 24 months. It's inspiring. We've partnered with more people and more organizations than any time I can remember in our history. It demonstrates our sense of larger mission. And even in the midst of the challenges of the last couple of years, I'm inspired. We have new energy as a church, a new commitment to each other. We have new people and bringing the new energy. And in my personal life, I think I have a new commitment to do the work of the Lord in the best way we know how. I think it's led me to experience interstitial joy that Eric has talked about over the last couple of years, more so than any time else in my life. I guess that's what, with those of us who participated in the Richard Rohr book, I think that's what the story was all about. I've never been happier than where we are today. There's some things I want to do before I tap in my final putt on the 18th green. Gip, you like the golf analogy there? And I can do it much more effectively with Federated than without. I think there's an environment that can keep me inspired and keep my personal mission on track, which I really appreciate. But I'm not here to talk about me. Normally, in this time of year, I'd be up here talking about telling you to give us money. And I'm not going to do that either. I suggest that you might want to reflect on your life, kind of the way I have over the last several years, and particularly think about how Federated has played into that, and see if you can figure out how that might work for you and us to engage and participate, to move ourselves ahead, to sustain our mission and our purpose in the life-giving ministries that we face. Thank you.